Hello, hello, mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco and Rosh are here, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Investigations 2.
Hello, Chaplain.
In other words, they used the well contraption to construct an alibi. Miss Berry, when exactly did Mr. Sate put this contraption together?
It would have been the day before the show. The night before, actually. Yes, we started getting ready for the show at around 9 p.m. And I think we finished around midnight.
In which case, the killer must have switched the weights out for the body after that point. Did Canis know about this contraption? Even if he did, he wouldn't have been able to do much with it. And I highly doubt that he taught his dog to suspend bodies halfway down wells. I don't know, that dog seems pretty fucking smart.
Yeah, I think Helmut could do it.
Which means Canis isn't the killer.
That's quite our talk.
Don't worry, you can futz around some evidence to make sure he is.
That's what every villain in the game does, so...
Okay, let's see.
Okay, it's got to be the elephant and the apples, right?
That's one of those, I mean, by process of elimination it must be, but that just is one of those things like, why didn't people realize that on their own? It seems so obvious. The apples in the basket were likely eaten by... Oh yeah, we said it was probably Asia. Asia.
Joke, because, yeah, Edgeworth was like, it's not a very imaginative name, so...
Really? That's strange. I made sure to put the cart where her trunk couldn't reach them.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, yes. It was still full of apples the night before the show.
Then we must consider the possibility that the cart was moved to somewhere within Asia's reach. A large basket full of apples couldn't have been moved by the wind. Stranger things have happened in this series. Which likely means somebody moved it for a reason. So, before the show had even started, the cart had been moved and its apples eaten. Yes, that seems to be the most probable timeline. Let's update the recreation, Kay.
Will do. I'll add that to the simulation of the performance then. Let me just change back to that recreation first. Updating based on what Regina told us just now. There, all done.
Little wonder it smelled of animals. It was being used for the elephant.
To hold Asia's apples, right?
Yep, it was full of them the day before the show.
So they vanished overnight.
Ooh, did you figure something out, Mr. Edgeworth?
Figured out that that elephant was in heaven all night.
It's like that story about the girl who accidentally put a rat into the fridge. It's like he was in heaven, he'd already got into the ham.
Quite possibly.
I guess we...
This door appears to be locked.
Want me to open it? Can't guarantee anything, but I can certainly give it a try. I think we read this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got an updated logic point, so what's it giving us?
Oh, maybe it was like transported?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, last night and then the night before the show. Yeah.
Basket was moved the night before the circus performance. And we've deduced that the weights were switched out for the body at around the same time.
Hard to chalk that up to coincidence, huh?
And the next question we should be asking is, why was the cart moved? I think I can hazard a guess. The cart would have been blocking that door. Which can only mean...
Asia was in heaven all night.
Sorry.
That somebody needed to open it. Now, let's see what... Oh, great. It's locked. Let me ask a guard for help. Hey, Mr. Guard!
What?
You're a thief. Pick the lock.
Yes, miss. What can I do for you? That was fast. God, where's the key for this door? Oh, the warden keeps hold of that. I'll go ask her for it.
What you've done with the place.
Warden Lagarde is the only one with a key. Meaning, if someone did open the door, they would have had to get it from her somehow.
Help.
Could you say that again?
Thanks for the help.
I think I'll try and pitch her down just so it stops missing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at all these breakers. They must control the electricity for the whole prison.
So we're thinking somebody got in here the night before the show, right? But why? What were they trying to do?
Well, I doubt they came here by mistake, thinking it was a break room.
A breaker room, though, right?
I'll pat myself in the back.
He's just pinching the bridge of his nose.
And the reason he's doing that is because he thought it was funny.
It's a pity laugh. They must have come to tamper with the switches.
Did they turn off all the... Did they turn off the power to something?
Come to think of it, wasn't there something that lost power?
The doors? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. What might have lost power had a breaker been flipped? Or that one, wasn't there a metal?
Yeah, like the
security thing?
detector should go through, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was a security camera for the footage, remember? And that's why it gave you a weird timestamp.
Oh, right. Okay.
Take that!
There was a 3-hour gap in the security camera footage.
Oh yeah, there was! So somebody flipped the breaker it was connected to?
It seems very likely.
Do you think it was the killer?
It's true that shutting off the cameras would have made things easier for them.
It would!
Which means... the killer would have had to be someone who had access to the breakers. And it seems only one person has the key. It couldn't be. Could it? We're coming after you.
Alright, little thief, your work here is done. And your little fox too.
Hmm?
Oh, God. First on the scene, the early bird wins the worm.
Good morning, Mr. Winner.
What? How'd you get here before me?
Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. I see you've made an early start. And I see you've made a late one, Judge Cavell. This is not my only case. I'm a very busy woman.
Bullshit. We all saw you having a late brunch.
Not all of us enjoy the freedom of a prosecutor relieved of his only current responsibility. Oh, I do apologize. I meant, of course, an associate attorney.
Associate. More like asinine.
My daughter makes better puns than that. We'll see about that. Eustace, let us begin the investigation of the yard.
I feel like it should be a crime to call your child Eustace. Okay, I'll go get some officers to help.
Hold it!
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
We've already finished investigating the yard, and won quite the prize in the process.
What? I'm supposed to be the winner.
Your Honor, I'd like to revisit your theory from yesterday, in order to thoroughly disprove it. I would caution you to choose your words carefully, Mr. Edgeworth. As I am sure you remember, your badge is in my hands. How could I forget? You've told me several dozen times already. Perhaps you'd care to try a different threat.
Overruled.
I like the one I have.
You have been warned repeatedly, yes, and each time my words seem to have fallen on deaf ears. Allow me to make this crystal clear. The committee cannot and will not tolerate insubordination.
Objection!
The fate of my badge and the whims of the committee are of no concern to me now. The only thing that concerns me is proving Simeon Saint's innocence. Interesting, and spoken like a true defense attorney. In that case, I shall be equally uncompromising. In the name of the goddess of justice, I will strike down your case without mercy. And when I'm done, your career as a prosecutor will be over as well. I hope you do not come to regret this. Judge Cavell's theory. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday. Mr. Calcerato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. As such, the body could have only been dropped down the well during the show. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down there during the show is Mr. Saint. That's still your assertion, and you can prove it, of course.
Of course she can. Who do you think you're up against?
What Eustace means to say is that we received the final autopsy report just ahead of our arrival. She really is a very busy woman. Busy looking after baby Winner. I thought it said, for a second, I thought it said Whiner.
It should have.
The victim appears to have died the night before the body was discovered. In other words, the night before the show. The cause of death is as stated. It seems the wound is 4 inches deep. Simeon Saint was off stage for a period of 15 minutes. That was plenty of time for him to throw the victim's body down the well. Judge Gavel hasn't investigated the yard yet, which means... I fear there may be something of a flaw with your theory, Your Honor. You seem very confident of that. But do you have any evidence to prove it? Yes, I think I just might. My theory remains the same as when I related it to you yesterday.
Hold it!
That theory being that Mr. Saint was the killer. You're certainly clinging to that rather stubbornly. And you are certainly clinging rather stubbornly to the idea that Mr. Saint wasn't the killer. Do you have any conclusive evidence that he wasn't? Any idea who the real killer might be? I'd like to see what evidence you yourself have first. I am an emissary of the goddess of justice. My words are her words. But her words are wasted on you, I see. You would challenge me as if I said the sky was blue. Is this a court or a cult? If you truly mean to refute the words of the divine, then come, show me your evidence. Mr. Carcerato did not see Mr. Knight's body when he passed through the tunnel. Oop.
Coco presser. I know you want to.
Not in front of everyone. Is it possible that Mr. Carcerato simply failed to notice the body? Assistant to the Associate Attorney, you have been through the secret passage, have you not?
Whoa! How'd you know?
I noticed mud on you yesterday. On that charming key in your hair, to be precise.
That's incredible! You could be a great thief with eyes like that.
Answer me truthfully in the name of the goddess. Would you, or would you not have noticed a body had one been present?
Well... You know, I guess I would have.
There you have it. Mr. Carcerato did not see a body, which means there was no body there to see. As such, the body could only have been dropped down the well during the show.
Hold it!
Could you talk us through your reasoning on that a little more? The day before the performance, Mr. Knight borrowed the keys from Mr. Carcerato. More specifically, the key to his cell. Mr. Knight then used the key to leave his cell and enter Mr. Saint's cage. Mr. Saint took Mr. Knight to the yard in that cage, and that's where he killed him. The following day, Mr. Carcerato crawled his way through the tunnel, but there was no body there yet.
Wait a second. That doesn't add up. Mr. Carcerato smelled that sweet smell, so Mr. Knight must have been in the tunnel already.
No. His body did not pass through the tunnel until sometime after Mr. Carcerato had crawled through it. Mr. Carcerato used the tunnel right around the time the show was starting. The body was discovered just after the performance ended. From which you deduce that the body could only have been thrown down the well during the show. Yes, and who the culprit must be. We both know the only one who could have dropped the body down during the show is Mr. Saint.
Hold it!
Are you sure about that? Could nobody else have done it? I understand that Miss Barry was on the stage for the entire performance. Most of the prisoners were watching the show, and those who were not have plausible alibis. What about the guards? They too were watching the show, as was the warden. How can you be so sure? The guard could have easily approached the well unnoticed. None of the guards left their posts during the show. I have checked this for myself, you know. I took statements from each and every one of them. Ugh. She's thorough, I'll give her that. Are you finally ready to accept the truth? That the killer could only have been Simeon Saint?
Could you imagine how funny it would be if there was a yes or no prompt, and if you chose yes, the game just ended?
Oh, I would love that. Judge Gravel hasn't carried out a full investigation of the yard yet. They're saying this right in front of her.
Right? Which means we got advantage for a change.
I should review the evidence we've gathered during our investigation of the yard. Okay.
Okay, so it's probably the third one we've got to do it on. That's the one that looks the most refutable. Because we know that it wasn't, so there was something in our evidence for that one.
Let's see.
Hold it!
Alright.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Our cookie.
Oh, delicious. This is the fourth point.
Oh, the fourth point? No, this
Yeah.
is the... Oh.
Yeah.
So I would imagine it has...
The breakers?
I don't know about the breakers, because that just that's mostly related to, the video.
Right, so the, Oh, it'll be the video then, because we know that the video broke at the time. Right?
I mean, I'm confused by the relation to this statement.
Well, we know she's saying the body could only be dropped down the well during the show, right? But we know that it wasn't. We know that the body was suspended down the well earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm still confused how that relates to the video.
Because the video has the timestamp that lets us know that oh, maybe you're
But
right.
the video
yeah.
is I think that's more related to the time of the actual death.
Right. Okay, yeah. I see your point. So maybe it's this.
Objection!
No.
Ah.
I think it does have to do with that, but... Let me reread it real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, this has to do with what was going on during the show.
Hmm.
And it lets us know that it wasn't necessarily that he dropped then.
But when you press her on that statement, Case brings up, wait, that can't be right, so that makes me think it has to be the third one.
Let's see, what else do we've got? don't think I'd...
Yeah, maybe it's not this one. Yeah, let's kibosh this. Check the other ones.
Alright, so that doesn't really say anything, so not that one.
Yeah. I don't think we can refute that because he just didn't see the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. We both know that you're the one who dropped the dog. Well, I suppose we could refute this.
Oh,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Objection!
I'm so sorry. I get completely muddled up there.
I've done that before too. Don't worry. Sorry, Your Honor, but there's something else you're going to have to take into account. The well in the yard was rigged up to create a certain unique contraption. A contraption? Go on. Take a sip of my coffee real quick.
I'll allow it.
Oh, merciful Rosh. You will recall that Mr. Saint was sent flying from the stage by the elephant. I do. Just before he was to be absent for some time. He was only able to fly through the air thanks to a weighted rope he tied around himself. Dropping the weighted end down the well allowed him to complete the trick.
Objection!
Wait, wouldn't that send him flying as soon as he set foot on the stage?
Hold it!
Adults are talking. It's simple, really. He kept the weight from falling by using a stake to keep the rope in place.
Burn!
With a second rope, he was able to pull the stake free, thereby controlling when the weight was dropped. I found that so weirdly sweet. He was like, "Oh, it's okay, Asia. I'll set this up."
It's very cute. She's a gentle elephant that just hates Eddie Fender for some reason. Good.
Good. He sees you trying to hug everyone without their permission.
That ain't okay.
We have found evidence to suggest that the original weight was replaced by Knight's body. This was done by the real killer in order to create an alibi. The estimated time of death tells us that the murder took place early in the morning. The killer could have tampered with the contraption in the time between the murder and the show.
Objection!
You're saying Mr. Saint himself set this contraption up, right? Well then, who do you think is the number one most likely person to have used it to dispose of a body? Even you must see how this looks.
Objection!
If Mr. Saint was the killer, he could have simply done as Judge Gavel theorized, without the extra steps. Miss Barry,
Yes?
does anyone else know how Mr. Saint's trick works?
Well, let's see. We had to get the prison's approval on what we were going to perform. So I don't think Simeon's the only one who knows.
I like that sprite.
Very cute.
And there you have it.
Overruled!
Interesting. You have certainly been diligent in your investigation. And yet, I fail to comprehend your actions still. Why do you not work to do what is right? Is what I am doing wrong? If so, who is it that deems it so? How can you not grasp even that? How can you not see what you're doing? Wait, how can you not see that you are doing wrong at this very moment?
Yeah, it's very stilted.
You are a prosecutor, and yet you aid the defense. This flies in the face of common sense. You are breaking every rule in the book. I think only of what is right and just, and act as I see fit in each situation I am confronted with. This is the path I have chosen, and whether you can comprehend that choice is immaterial. But if you mean to stand in my way, I will fight back with all I can bring to bear. Perhaps the goddess of justice is testing me. Very well. If it is her will that we must fight,
1.
then I shall end this once and for all. Listen well, Mr. Edgeworth, for there is another reason why only Mr. Saint can be the killer. God. Whenever I see, like, that little face-off thing, unfortunately, I can only remember one of my very first exposures to the Ace Attorney series, and that was like someone, I don't know if it was on LiveJournal, I think. They were showing off this porn parody they found.
Yes, I saw that post too.
And Phoenix just looks insane.
Oh my god, Coco, you aged me so rapidly in this moment. It's a fucking substance up in this bitch here now.
Oh god, that movie.
It's so good.
It's so good. I saw it recently. Holy shit. If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell. The only person who had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint. And thus, he remains the only plausible suspect. Mr. Saint took a cage with him to Mr. Knight's cell. But why would he do that? Why take such an unwieldy object all the way to the holding cells?
It is pretty sus.
But we've all...
I don't like her saying sus.
I know. My eyes,
feels-
like, even before you said it, my eyes zoomed in on that word.
Sorry.
But we've all met Mr. Saint. That's exactly the kind of thing he would do. It's entirely plausible that he took the cage with him out of absent-mindedness and nothing else. It may be plausible, but it is no more or less plausible than him having helped Mr. Knight to escape. Ugh. I need some real solid evidence if I'm going to get her to budge. Why Saint is the suspect? If the body was moved from the yard to the workshop,
Hold it!
you seem to think that Mr. Knight was killed here in the yard. When do you think he was brought here? Sometime between midnight and 8 a.m. the day of the show. It could only have been during that time. In other words, between the end of rehearsal and the start of the performance. Man, when did these people sleep?
Between midnight and 8 a.m. apparently.
As I was saying, if the body was moved from the yard to the workshop, then Mr. Knight must have first been brought here to the yard from his cell.
Hold it!
Was there really no other way he could have come here? Mr. Knight was awaiting trial. If he, a random non-inmate, had openly entered the prison proper, he surely would have been noticed. And presumably none of your witnesses have testified to having seen such a thing. Precisely. Praise be to the goddess of justice for granting you this singular insight.
I can't stop staring at the birds in the background. of her like scenes. She's like covering
Oh.
two. Yeah, there's like a
I didn't even see them.
budgerigar, and when she leans forward, there's like a crested parrot as well and everything.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah.
So as you will agree, it can only be that Mr. Knight was brought over here in secret. Aww.
Yeah, you can just see them.
They're very invested in this debate.
They love it.
The only person who would have had the opportunity to do that is Simeon Saint.
Hold it!
You're certain nobody else had the opportunity? Need I remind you that this is a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all...
Oh, I just realised that this is the one we present the thing I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The
Sorry.
entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of the ordinary would have been spotted.
Hold it!
You were thinking ahead.
Hate this game so much.
But Mr. Saint was under that same scrutiny, was he not?
Overruled!
The warden had granted the members of the circus troupe special access. As a member of that troupe, under the supervision of Miss Barry, he is the only person who was free to wander where he willed.
Objection!
It seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor.
Overruled!
Forget is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well, then recall this fact, if you will. You claim that Mr. Saint is the only person who was free to walk around the prison. But there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison. A time when it would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. What do I have here that shows there was a time period on the day of the crime where oversight was limited? Or
The tapes.
Take that!
pat.
I'm so stupid. I'm dumb. Puts on my little cap and sits in the corner.
Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had the opportunity.
Which opportunity are we talking about again?
We previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time. And with that, we will go ahead and end this episode right here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a wonderful time zone wherever you are. And as always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo-hoo!